But once those page has been loaded, we do see a capture verification dialog or page that just says, are you a robot or human? And they want us to check the box to confirm that we are a human. So nothing pretty strange here, except there's one thing. Not even sure if anyone has seen that or is anyone coming across that on legitimate pages, but I believe that there is not really any legitimate page out there where you only see the capture and this little dialogue on a single page. Usually this is part of a login form where you have to click that, or maybe a form that you're going to submit, but it's very unlikely that this is the only element that is being displayed here. Well, so the only action item that we can see here or that the user can do here is just click this checkbox, right? And this is going to happen here as well. It doesn't really matter if our adaptive browser simulation automatically clicks on those events, on those actions. So for all you don't know that, the adaptive browser simulation is our, let's call it simulation or human behavior simulation during the web analysis. So it tries to mimic human behavior via clicking on relevant elements or buttons that are being shown on the web page. In this case, Auto UI completely clicked on that. But of course, you could also do that manually with the live interaction feature. And then you see out of nowhere this interesting verification steps that are being popped up here that just say, well, there are 3 steps. The very first one is you have to press the Windows button plus R, which opens this Windows Run dialog where you can just take commands and programs to put in there and execute them. Then you have to press Control V, which we all know is for pasting something, and then you have to press Enter. So we open this run dialog, then we paste something, and then we press enter. The only question is left, where is the data coming from that we are going to put in there, right? So something has to be put into the clipboard before we're going to paste that. And this is done by the web page in the background. So as soon as you or our adaptive browser simulation is clicking this checkbox, sometimes it could be a button as we've seen before with this click fix stuff, the clipboard content of the VM of Windows is pre-filled with usually a PowerShell command, a batch command, or something else that can be executed on Windows. And then if you just paste that stuff, there's sometimes even an interesting technique where they put some comments before that says, well, verification code, maybe even adding a number so that it look like legitimate because the window is quite small. And then all the way at the end that users usually can see, there's the actual PowerShell command. And when you press enter, this is being executed. So with this new feature, we are able to detect when web pages or HTML files are putting data into the clipboard of Windows. This is then, of course, triggering our VTIs that we've mentioned before, that there could be a potential paste checking attempt. So switching from the analysis back to the sample, we can see here some child sample relations. So there's a relation type, which is the clipboard content, and it has been recursively submitted as a Windows batch file. So everything works out of the box in an automated way in the background. And if we jump over to this sample that has been recursively submitted, you can see exactly the same thing here. That's the clipboard content. It has been recursively submitted. And yeah, we can also take a very quick look into the analysis itself. As in this case, we can see it's immediately flagged as malicious as well. We have plenty of different VTIs triggering here. For this instance, the PowerShell command that is being used, or the batch command in this paste checking attempt, is dropping hijack loader, which then continues its execution and also drops a stealer for exfiltrating data from the system. Just from a very brief look on the VTI side here, you can see everything from input capture on discovery, data collection, or even some of my favorites, defense evasion part that it attempts to see if there's any antivirus product installed, any anti-spyware product, any firewalls on that machine. Then, of course, we have plenty of discovery behavior where it tries to search for mail data, for browsers, for any other interesting credentials that it can find on the system.